What's going on, YouTube? What's going on, YouTube? Give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and test everything out. Turn the stream on Twitter, X. Post the links in the Discord. So give me a few minutes here, guys, to get everything freshened up. So let's test YouTube real quick. YouTube. We're good. Perfect. X. Let's see. Copy and paste. Testing. Perfect. This works too. Okay. Let me go ahead and test. Okay. Need this. Good with this. Performance mode. Sorry guys, again, give me a few seconds here so I could post this everywhere that I need to post it. Alright, so Xstream has been posted. I need to open up the chat real quick. Pop out chat. Put this here. YouTube and X. Okay. Make sure you guys join our Discord, guys. Everything we do is completely free. We do 2 daily live streams Monday through Friday. 6 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. is a live trading session. 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. is the market breakdown isolation session, which is what we're doing now. And in the weekends, Saturday or Sunday, we also do the weekly market breakdown. I just want to make sure we're on the good screen. Okay. Double check. I think I checked this already. Okay. Gonna give everybody a few minutes here. Just 3 minutes. We'll start at 7:05. We'll give everybody a few minutes to join. Again, if you guys have any questions at all, anything at all you guys want me to go over, any pairs you guys want me to go over, whether or not they're on our list, let me know. The pairs we're gonna go over specifically today are going to be the ones you see with the red flag here on the right hand side, starting from AU, finishing off with US oil, going with AU, EA, ECAD, EU, GA, GCAD, GJ, GU, US30, USDCAD, USDZAR, gold, Bitcoin, and oil. Again, any questions, guys? Anything you guys don't understand that you guys want me to go over again, let me know. Just a little recap for today. No trades were taken, right? No trades were taken today. You know, for a Monday, nothing out of the ordinary, right? A lot of these pairs, they moved very early. For the most part, we woke up. There's a few pairs left. But just seeing on how they were moving, it just wasn't in our favor to really take the trade, and it's a good thing we didn't, right? For the most part, we're looking at US30, and if we go to the 30-minute real quick. Alright, just a little recap for today. Right, US30, we're kind of looking for price to continue this downtrend push, but then it went right back up, and then it went right back down, and then it went right back up. So it's a good thing that we just stayed away from this. Price was just consolidating, as we saw. No break of the highs, no break of the lows. So we still don't have we didn't have clear direction as to where price wanted to go. I believe USDCAD was not. What was another pair for GU? Right, GU was another one that we wanted to see price push up to the top side, but very similar. Went to the top, went to the bottom, went to the top, went to the bottom, ended up going back to the top again. This is another pair that I was saying I want to see price break above this 4-hour green candle. If we could get a body closure above here and then a pullback back down into the zone, right, which would be about a 20 pip pullback, then I'll take that entry to go. But for now, that was the reason we didn't take these trades. Again, price just consolidating. Failed to give us a break of the highs, failed to break lows. Price ended up just consolidating. Tell me something about gold. Let's see, was gold Gold wasn't really on our radar for today, but did give a beautiful entry right back down to the bottom. Again, we'll go over this more specific once we go down the list. I start from the top to the bottom, but um, right now we're kind of just waiting on gold, right? Pretty much what I was talking about this morning. Could price still use this zone, right, where it respects this engulfing candle and continues this uptrend push? It could happen, right? Let's say price doesn't go back down to the bottom side, then we'll just have to wait for price to see what it wants. We're pretty much trading from this high to this low, right? So price is just in the middle of this range that we're in. So if price goes to these lows and breaks these lows, then we know price is going to continue. If price breaks these highs, this is where we'll see price continue that uptrend push back up to the top of the 4-hour zone, which is up here. So but we'll go in details more when we get to it. I'm gonna start off with AU. Just gonna give everybody another minute here to join, and then we'll start. Give everybody another minute and a half. So did I post the link in the Discord? I did. I tweeted the link already. Yeah, we'll give everybody another minute here to join. But again, any questions, guys? Anything you guys want me to go over? Let me know. Any pairs, again, whether or not they're on our list, let me know. If it is on the list, then again we start from the top to the bottom. So we'll get to the pair once we get to it. It'll be a pretty fast session today too. I'm gonna keep it under 45 minutes for sure. We're just gonna get through this real quick, get ready for tomorrow morning, and then we'll be back tomorrow morning for the live trading session. But I appreciate y'all being in here. Alright, let's get started. By the way, again, I have 2 chats open, one for YouTube, one for X. So any questions on either chat, and I have the Discord chat open too. So any questions at all, anywhere, let me know. I'll make sure I'll keep an eye on both, on all the chats that we have. Alright, so starting off with AU. Right, again, I'm not gonna do this with every single pair, going to the daily, then going to the 4-hour. We kind of already did this in the weekly market session, so we know what we're looking for, where we're at still. But we know that AU in specific, right? We are in A2. Give me 1 second. What was that? Hold on. My bad, guys. That was weird. Alright, so once again, AU, we know we are in a overall downtrend. We're in A2. We're in the second zone of consolidation. Look for that third push to the bottom. Here in the 30-minute time frame, price just continues its push to the bottom, right? We still know we're trading lower low, lower high, and all of this is part of the same move. So we know that we are trading. Let me delete all of these drawings here real quick. We know that we're still trading between this 30-minute low at this point and these 30-minute highs up here. Before I could continue to see price go short, before I could get into a trade, guys, I would love to see a pullback. Love to see a pullback. Before that, I have no valid trades here for AU. In the 4-hour, we have no continuations. We're pretty much making external higher high, higher low, higher high. Could this still be a higher low? Absolutely. So when it comes to this pair, I want to see a continuation. Whether it's a continuation in the daily chart, in the daily time frame, whether it's a continuation in the 4-hour, which would be 2 weeks of drop. So this week, if price finishes on a low, then we already know next week our target is going to be this 4-hour low to continue the push down to the bottom. And for the 30-minute, we already completed the 372. We actually have 6 days where price has just continuously gone down. At this point, again, I would love to see a pullback. We had higher high, higher low, higher high, change of character, lower low, lower high, break of structure, lower low. After a break of structure, we already know that's kind of a confirmed flip of character, right? Change of character to continue the push back down to the bottom. So if we could get a nice pullback on AU, I'll start looking for those entries going short after the pullback. But right now, we just got to be patient with AU. Again, I'm not going to do that with every single pair. Today, I'm just going to focus on the 30-minute time frame, since today we really didn't have a lot of news. We have no news at all. Tomorrow we also have no news at all either. So I think we have flash news tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll just focus on the small things right now on these pairs, which is just a 30 minutes. So we had high, the high broke here, higher low. All of this is part of the same trend. So again, we know we're trading between this 30-minute high, these 30-minute lows. We have 2 days of rise tomorrow and today already, right? Tuesday being the third day, we can see that price is kind of already on these highs. We also had this 30-minute gap, so ECAD was or EA was really beautiful. I wasn't expecting EA to move this many pips today, especially again on a day where we had no news. This pretty much the double of what it usually does, which is kind of weird, especially for a Monday, especially for a day with no news. But we knew exactly where price wanted to go, so we finally have this push to the top side to fill this gap up. Every single time frame, right? Let's go back to the daily. We can see price is still making lower low, lower high, lower low. Could this push to the top side just be the lower high to continue back down into these 4-hour lows down here to make a lower low? 100%. Right? So EA will continue to monitor it. This one looks good. If we could get a little pullback before price goes up, if we could get price to do something like this, where we just pull back a little bit, we could take these trades down here to continue this push back to the top side, fill this gap up. So hopefully we could get these pullbacks. If we could get these pullbacks, we'll have a beautiful entry going back to the top side. ECAD. Let's take a look. So ECAD, we had higher high, higher low, higher high. This higher low broke here. Alright, once we got this break gave us this low over here. These are pretty small zones, so I'm going to use the body of this candle, and the lowest candle in this zone is this one. Right. This entire zone here. So we know we're trading between this low and this high. We also have a day of rise and the 4-hour high, which is the blue box. Let's see where we're at. We're still making higher high, higher low, to where we're at now, higher high. But all of this is part of the same trend. I'm not going to mark this as higher high, higher low, higher high in the 4-hour time frame. Alright, so ECAD for right now, we're just going to have to wait this one out. I am expecting ECAD to give us a pullback going back to the daily time frame. We know that overall we are in an uptrend. Right, we know we're in V1, we're in the first zone of consolidation, looking for the second push to the top side, which is beautiful. But we know that we have this 30-minute gap at the bottom. So ECAD, the moves are very similar to EA. The only difference was that EA had this gap at the top of the market, right? ECAD has it at the bottom of the market. So before we could see price continuing this push to the top side, would love to see price give us a pullback back down to the bottom to fill this 30-minute gap that we had here, right? So at this moment for ECAD 2, I just gotta take a step back. Elijah, what's good, my brother? Pair, this is ECAD. Before I could continue to see price push up to the top side, I would love to see a pullback on this pair. So ECAD, I'm just gonna take a step back on this one as well. EU for today, price just moving sideways. Let's clear out the chart real quick. Sorry guys, I was doing a one-on-one session today, so some of these are kind of messed up a little bit. So EU for today, we had 2 days of counter drop, today being the third day. Price gave us a new low, ended up finishing on a no net, right? Price just moving sideways today. So we had a no net day. Our 4-hour candle opened up bearish as well. Right, we know that EU is a pair that we are in an overall uptrend. We're in the first zone of consolidation, V1, looking for that second push to the top side. We have no continuations in the daily time frame. In the 4-hour, we had 3 weeks of rise. After 3 weeks, market was chop or drop. It ended up giving us a chop, just moved sideways. And right now, we know we're pretty much in the zone of consolidation, right? Between this low, these highs, price is just moving sideways here. So what I'm waiting for is to see, okay, is price, you can see in the internal time frame, if we go down one more time frame into the 30-minute, you'll see we have a small zone of consolidation. Right? This is where prices just kind of pretty much have been moving sideways here. Right? We have no break of the highs, no break of the lows. So this is where I'm just going to have to wait it out. What do I want to see here at the bottom? If we get an engulfing candle, an exhaustion candle, If we got a change of character, break of structure, at this point, if price breaks above these highs here, then we'll see price continue this push to the top side. And then if price obviously breaks below the zone of consolidation, we'll see a pullback back down to the bottom. So EU, this is what I'll be waiting for. Till then, I have no valid trade. I want to see, do we have an engulfing candle in the lower time frames? Nothing in the 4 hour. Nothing in the 1 hour either. Yeah, so we just got to be patient with this one. We have a small engulfing here, but this is not a valid engulfing pattern. That red, if this would have been a better red candle, if it wouldn't have been like a little doji, that would have been a good engulfing to play off of. But for now, we'll wait. 30-minute time frame is where we want to see these moves anyway, so EU should be a pretty good one to keep an eye on for the day. GA already gave us that third week high that we were looking for. Price never gave us really an entry adjust. As soon as the market opened today, right, last night, price just decided, hey, I want to leave. So gave us zero opportunity to take this trade, but we know that we're trading between higher high, higher low, and whatever higher high is set over here. So again, GA very similar to EA and ECAD. I want to see a pullback before I could continue to see price give us that push to the top side. Right, already have 3 weeks of rise. We're pretty much, when we're in a trade, again, I'll draw this out for the people who are visual learners. Right, you have a trend. You have when price is trending to the top side, higher highs and higher lows, and you have when price is trending to the bottom, right, lower lows and lower highs. When you're looking for longs, right, when you're looking to buy, do you want to buy in the higher highs, or do you want to wait for price to give you a higher low to get in here to then continue the push to the top side? Right, so at this moment, right, the answer for the people who don't know, the answer is when you're looking for buys, you want to make sure you're in a higher low to go into a higher high, right? Vice versa for lower low, lower high. If you want to go short, you don't want to buy at the lower low. I mean, you don't want to sell at the lower low. You want to wait for a pullback to give you a lower high to then continue to push down to the bottom. So that's pretty much where we're at right now with GA, right? GA, we're higher high, higher low, and then price gave us higher high. So before I could continue to look for a trade, I need to see a pullback, right? There's two things. You'll either get a pullback, the higher low, to continue to make a higher high, or pretty much what we're seeing on EU, you'll get a zone of consolidation where price moves sideways, and all you're looking for if price is moving sideways is a break of the high to then continue, right? If you got that break retest, then you'll see price go to the top side. Buy after a high is protected, low is protected. Yep, exactly. So right now for GA, we just gotta be patient with this one, let the moves develop, and then we'll start looking for our trades. Hope that made sense, guys. GCAD, let's see. I think this is a pair we needed to update to in the 4 hours. So let's do this real quick. So we know we had higher high, higher low, higher high. Price went down, gave us a lower low change of character. We know that we're trading between this 30-minute low and this 30-minute high. On Friday, price ended up giving us a day of drop. Gap opened up the market and then gave us a day of rise today. Price pushed up to the top side. GCAD overall, we know that again, this is another one that's in higher high situation, right? Even in the daily time frame, we're in the highest point in the market at this point. So before I could take a trade on this pair, I need to see a pullback. I need to see a pullback on this pair. This also gave us a no net, so this had a weekly no net. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, before we could take a trade on GCAD, there's two things. Once again, we know that we're pretty much in a zone of consolidation. Price is just moving sideways. So we rejected the highs, rejected the lows. Before we could get into a trade, I need to see price break, retest to then continue, or I need to see a pullback. Once we get that pullback, that's going to be where we're going to be looking for our trades. So right now for GCAD, again, we just got to take a step back and wait for it. Wait for a confirmation. GJ, I'm currently not trading GJ, right? But we do have this break. This break gave us this low. gave us this low, and gave us this high over here. Last green candle before the push down to the bottom. And then we had a day of drop yesterday, and then today price gave us another day of drop. Perfect. Could we be looking for a 372 at the bottom of the zone? Not likely, but we will consider it. We will see. Testing, went back up. Test candle. This would have been the confirmed break of structure. We didn't get a confirmed break of structure of the flip candle to go downtrend, right? So with that being said, the fact that we didn't get a break of structure, it's very unlikely that we'll get that third push to the bottom. What's good, Cable? What's your stream, my brother? I got you. I'm almost there. The GJ will be an interesting one to continue to monitor. Let me see. We're at the top. No engulfing candles in the daily. Nothing on the 4. No engulfing candles in the 1. Could we check lower? What do you mean? Let me know what you mean by that and I got you. Yeah, GJ is very unlikely that we will continue this downtrend push, but I would love to see it reach our 4-hour lows down here. So at this point, right, there's two ways we could view this. So let's do the first thing, right? Let's use all our confluences. So the number one confluence is the fib, right? After a break, you know, you'll get a pullback, and that's going to be anywhere between 23.6 and 50%. And currently, price is sitting at the 50% retracement. So, the pair after this, before this, I don't know what you're talking about, Elijah. Right, so we could be looking for a 50% retracement. We're already there. That's number one. Right, after a break, got a pullback, but we'll keep it simple. Right, we'll keep this session simple today. Right, if price breaks above these highs, then we'll know price is gonna want to reach these highs over here. Right, to continue this push to the top side. The lows, I would like to see price. I'm gonna keep it trapped in a tight spot, because this is a pair of GJ, right? It moves during Asia and London. If price could break these lows down here, then we'll know we'll get price to push back down to the bottom. We'll keep this one trapped up. So this is a pair that moves super early every single time. So I'm not gonna use, you know, on a regular pair, let's say like an NY pair, I would be looking for a low down here. Right? But since this one is a pair that moves relatively early, we'll keep it this way. So GJ, we'll keep an eye on it for 372. GU, once again, this is one that we've been monitoring since this morning. It's pretty simple. Right? GU is simple today. GU is going to be on the 4-hour time frame. If we could get GU to give us a break above this 4-hour candle, which is the engulfing candle in this pattern, right? We'll see price give us the break, the retest. We'd love to get a retest back down here to then continue the push to the top side. And then our target for the week is going to be the top of the 4-hour high. So GU, since this has been the pair that we've been monitoring since this morning. So that's pretty much it for GU. If we don't get this break above, then we'll obviously just see price break below these lows like we talked about this morning and like we've been talking about all week. And we'll see the continuation. You said 2350 on gold. I got you. Okay. US30 just moving sideways. I'm not gonna do a crazy breakdown on US30. We'll wait for the morning for that. There's nothing really here to update. We're pretty much in the same breakdown that we were this morning and during the weekend session, the weekly market breakdown. If price breaks above these highs, then we'll see price continuing. Would love to see price break these lows to fill this gap up at the bottom of the market. USDCAD price is still going up. Perfect. Gave us higher high, higher low. So now we know that we're trading between this higher high over here, this higher low over here. Use the body of this red candle, and the lowest candle over here is this one. Green 4-hour candle. USD ZAR, same spot that we've been in since last week. We're still in the zone of consolidation. Price still just moving sideways. This might have given us a slight drop with that last candle. It did. Perfect. Alright, gold. Let's see. 2350. 2350 is all the way at the bottom over here. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty much what we were talking about earlier, right? This is the first pair I kind of viewed when we turned the stream on. Here was good, Lorenzo. So, with gold, it's interesting, right? Because we have so many zones here that we were even talking about from this morning. Let's reset. Let me delete some of these drawings real quick. So, first thing is first, daily time frame. Alright, we know again this is another pair too that's being manipulated a lot based on the news that's going on, especially here in the US. You know, and everything else with the wars and everything that's going on. This is a pair that's highly manipulated. So for the most part, I'm not really focused on the overall pattern. I'm mainly focusing on just price action, just simple price action, market structure. We also got to update this in the 4 hour. I believe this is a no net. Yeah, so this gave us a rise no net. So could price continue this push and give us the 4th week variation? It could happen. Is this our third consolidation? No, there's only 2 zones of consolidation in a pattern. But right now price is in peak high territory. So this is pretty much the highest point in the market. Prices at the top of this I'm sorry, at peak high you'll see multiple things happening. It could either be a double top, it could be a shoulder head shoulder, it could be price moving sideways the way we are right now. So right now we're kind of just waiting it out to see, okay, does price want to continue to make higher highs and higher lows the way we pretty much see here, or is this where price is finally going to turn back around and start giving us downtrends? But again, gold, same thing with indexes, right? It's a pair right now that's highly manipulated, right? So as long as you're following price action, right, you're following market structure, you'll be fine with this. So right now we know we had 3 weeks of rise. After 3 weeks, market was chop or drop, but at the end of the 3rd week we ended up getting a rise no net, right, where it went up and then it went down and it closed in the exact same spot that we opened. So with that being the case, could the trend reset and continue this higher high to continue to push to the top side? 100%. However, we know that at this moment, we know we have an engulfing candle here at the bottom, right? We know that we have the 800 EMA, but we also see that price gave us higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, change of character, lower high, lower low, break of structure, lower high, to where we're at now, lower low. So we know that we're trading between these 30-minute highs over here. I'm going to use this entire zone here. So we know we're trading between this 30-minute high and these 30-minute lows. I want to go back here. I'm going to delete these. Keep it simple. Right? And we're in the middle. We just zoom this out just a little bit. We're in the middle between the 4-hour high and the 4-hour low, which is the blue boxes. So this isn't the best place to look for a trade, and we can see why. Right? We're seeing how price is manipulating traders going short, making them believe price is going to still make lower lows, lower highs. But then we also have confirmations of uptrends. Right? So Cable, you said 2350. It's not a bad zone. 2350 is pretty much the bottom of this previous, right? Higher high, higher low to continue all of this, right? And then you're pretty much looking at an entry down here, right? So 2350 is not bad, right? If price decides to break below these lows and use this 30-minute engulfing as a flip zone, then we'll definitely see something like this going into the bottom. But at this point, if price does decide to use this as a flip zone and continue the trend to the bottom, I do believe that even 2350 will be disrespected, and we'll see something like this happen, right? Until price reaches these 4-hour lows, and then again, this is where price is going to make that decision on whether or not it wants to continue this uptrend push and make higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, or this is where price is finally just gonna flip and we'll start seeing those downtrend pushes. So we gotta be a little bit vigilant of that. Trade at premium or discount markets? Yep, exactly. Not a best position for trades? Yep. Yeah, right now we just gotta wait it out. Yeah, that's for the most part. There's a lot of pairs that are like that. We just gotta be patient. And again, just wait for the confirmations too. Wait for the confirmations as the easiest thing to do in the markets. We're almost done here, guys. We're pretty much only missing Bitcoin and oil. But if you guys have any questions, any other pairs you guys want me to go over, let me know. For Bitcoin, we had higher high, higher low, higher high. All of this is part of pretty much same trend. I'm not gonna mark all of this as different. Why? Because of this wick here. It's a crazy wick. Right, so we're pretty much trading higher high, higher low, higher high. Right, and we know we're trading between this low and this high. So then here we'll mark this as a 30-minute high. And then we know the market doesn't close for another 30 minutes, I believe, for crypto. So we will update this in the morning. And then oil price gave us a beautiful 372, but the entry was never given. As soon as the market opened yesterday, right, last night, price just went right back down. So price never gave us an entry, did not give us an opportunity to enter. But we know that we're trading still between lower low, high, lower low down here. So we're trading between this 30-minute low and these 30-minute highs. That's pretty much it, guys. Any questions, let me know. Any other pairs you guys want me to go over, let me know. If not, that's it for us tonight. And we'll be back tomorrow morning for the live trading session. Make sure you guys join the Discord. The link in the Discord is in the chat. Elijah, you want to see Bitcoin again? Price is just moving sideways. No, you're good. There's no rush. I have a few things drawn out here on Bitcoin. Again, my bad. I was doing a one-on-one session, so it's not as clean as I would like the chart, but I ended that session pretty late today. BTC. So BTC overall is pretty much very similar to US30. Right now we're in the highest point in the market. It looks very identical to what gold is doing. Only difference is that gold is still giving us higher highs and higher lows. Compared to that right now, right, price is just moving sideways. Right, we're in the zone of consolidation, gave us a fake break to the lows, right, swept the lows, it gave us that inducement to the lows, and then started pushing to the top side. Right, and we could start seeing that in the 4-hour. Right, we had the inducement of the lows, started pushing to the top side from lower low, lower high, lower low, started making higher high in the lower time frame, right? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Gave us a flip zone, gave us a beautiful break of these highs, retest to continue to push to the top side. So now in the 30-minute, this is pretty much where I'm just waiting. Right, this is where we could see prices just moving sideways. So it's very similar to the other pairs. Right, for Bitcoin, I don't have a valid entry on Bitcoin until we see two things. One of two things. I either want to see price give me a clean break of these highs, the retest, to then continue. Right, we'll see both ways. Right, so for buys, I either want to see price break, retest to continue, or I want to see it come back down and give us some sort of confirmation here at the bottom, which is again either an exhaustion candle the same way we had here, an engulfing candle, a lower time frame change of character break of structure, which is just when price starts going higher highs and higher lows when it was at one point making lower lows and lower highs. Or right, same thing looking for buys, we'll see the same thing going for sells. Right, we'll either see price break these lows to then continue this downtrend push, or at the highs over here somewhere we'll get an engulfing candle or an exhaustion candle to go back short. But at this moment, again, just to keep it simple, right, we're in a zone of consolidation where price is just moving sideways. Do we check for the 3 pushes? So right now for Bitcoin there is no 3 pushes, right? Right now for Bitcoin we have, if we go to the full hour, right? If we go to the full hour, we know that we were trading higher high, higher low. Let's mark this up, right? Higher high, higher low, higher high, and then price was just moving sideways, right? It wasn't until price broke here that gave us this lower low, right? And then again, price, we're trading now between this high and this low, right? And then price gave us lower high, and then broke and gave us lower low. So technically speaking, if we're really trading this, we'd see push number 1, pullback, push number 2. Could this be the pullback, lower high, to give us push number 3 to the bottom? Right, it could be. But again, once again, we're pretty much in the highest point in the market, right? That's number 1. And number 2, it's price is still making higher highs and higher lows. So I wouldn't be expecting that push number 3 until or before we break these lows. The only way I'll consider that third push to the bottom is if once price breaks these lows over here. Give us more light of our consolidation direction? Absolutely. Yeah, that's pretty much for Bitcoin. We'll have to wait to see what price wants to do here in consolidation. If price wants to continue the push to the top side, it could do that. We just got to get that solid confirmation. Once we get those solid confirmations, then we'll start looking for those entries. Same thing going short, right? We know we'll get that lower low, that third push to the bottom, like we saw there after the break of structure. If we could get that break off the zone of consolidation that we have in the 30-minute. Right? But right now, price is just still uptrending. It's still making higher highs and higher lows. So again, before we could even consider going short, we need to see price give us lower lows and lower highs. So pretty much for tomorrow, I mean, a lot of pairs are just consolidating. What pair was it that had a 372? GJ. So GJ will be a pretty good one again to look for tomorrow. But we'll see. Again, I'm not a fan of trading when price is in peak high territory, so I'll probably not trade GJ unless we got something crystal clear. But again, that's pretty much it, guys. Any other questions, let me know. Any other pairs you guys want me to go over, let me know. If not, then again, we'll be done for tonight. We'll be back tomorrow morning for the live trading session. Let me know. I'll give you guys a few minutes here. Understood? Perfect. X. Seems like you guys have no questions on X. No problem. You guys are good on YouTube as well? Understood? Okay. Nothing on Discord either? I don't think so. We're good. Alright, guys. We'll be back. We'll be back tomorrow morning. It's morning here. Good night, my boss. Alright, my brother. Have a good day. We'll see you later on today for the next session in the morning. Approximately about 10 hours. We'll be back live in 10 hours. Alright, guys. Peace out.